Hanukkah Bear, written by Eric A. Kimmel and illustrated by Mike Wunatka. Before we begin the story, let me talk a little bit about our main character, Baba Brainya. The Jewish term for grandmother sometimes is Baba or Bubby. So Baba Brainya is a Jewish grandmother, and she's getting ready for Hanukkah. So let's start the story, Hanukkah Bear. Old Bear awoke from his winter sleep. He poked his nose outside his den. What was that? Something to eat. Old Bear's empty stomach rumbled. He shook himself all over, then lumbered out of his den to follow the delicious smell. Baba Brainya took the last potato latke from the pan and put it in the oven with the others. Baba Brainya was 97 years old and did not hear or see as well as she used to, but she still made the best potato latkes in the village. Every year at Hanukkah time, all her friends came to her house on the edge of the forest. How they loved those latkes! Baba Brainya always made plenty. But tonight she made twice as many as usual. Tonight was special. Tonight the rabbi was coming. A rabbi is a Jewish religious leader. Baba Brainya hurried to get ready. Just then she heard a thump on the door. She opened it.
Rabbi, you're here early. How nice to see you.
Grumph, growled Old Bear. Remember, Baba Brainya is a 97-year-old Jewish grandmother, and she doesn't see or hear very well.
Happy Hanukkah to you too. Please come in.
Old Bear walked into the house.
I'll take your coat, Rabbi. My, how thick it is.
Baba Brainya tugged at Old Bear's fur. Old Bear roared.
Oh, you want to keep your coat on? Well, that's all right. It is chilly in here.
Old Bear's nose twitched.
Thank you, Rabbi. How kind of you to say that. The latkes will taste even better than they smell.
Old Bear followed his nose to the oven.
Rabbi, I'm surprised at you. You know we don't eat until we light the menorah.
A menorah is a candelabrum used in Jewish worship when they are celebrating Hanukkah. It has 9 candles. One of the candles is called the shamash, or helper candle, and that's used to light the other 8, one for each of the 8 nights of Hanukkah.
That's all right. I know you were teasing. I'll light the candles. Will you say the blessings?
Baba Brainya struck a match and lit the shamash candle. The shamash candle is the first candle. It's also known as the helper candle that will light the other candles of the menorah. If you look closely through the window of Baba Brainya's home, you can see her lighting the menorah with the candle. Then she lit the one for the first night of Hanukkah. Old Bear muttered and growled.
Who has kept us alive, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this season. Oh, Rabbi, you say the blessings so beautifully.
Bubba Brainia sat down at the table. Old Bear sat beside her.
Let's play dreidel. We'll use these nuts.
Old Bear cracked one with his teeth.
Rabbi, you won't have any nuts for the game if you eat them.
Growled Old Bear. Don't worry, I have plenty of nuts if you need more. Bubba Brainia spun the dreidel. It stopped on the letter Gimel.
I win!
Bubba Brainia swept the nuts into her apron. Old Bear roared.
Don't be angry, Rabbi. It's only a game.
She tossed him a nut. Old Bear begged for more.
No, Rabbi. No more nuts. It's time for dinner.
Bubba Brainia opened the oven door and took out a platter piled high with steaming potato latkes. Old Bear sniffed the latkes as she set them on the table.
Do you prefer sour cream or jam?
Bubba Brainia asked. Old Bear growled.
Jam! I thought so.
Bubba Brainia smeared 5 big latkes with jam and stacked them on Old Bear's plate. Old Bear gobbled them down. Bubba Brainia laughed.
You should use a fork. You have jam all over your beard.
She wet a towel and wiped Old Bear's face.
I must tell you, Rabbi, you eat like a bear. I'm hungry like a bear, so I eat like one. I can see that,
Bubba Brainia said. Old Bear ate and ate until the latkes were gone. He felt drowsy. His head flopped on Bubba Brainia's lap.
Rabbi, you're sleepy. Who wouldn't be sleepy after such a meal? All the latkes are gone. It's time to go home. But before you leave, I have a Hanukkah present for you.
Bubba Brainia took a red scarf from her knitting basket. She wrapped it around Old Bear's neck.
I made it myself.
Old Bear licked Bubba Brainia's face. Bubba Brainia blushed.
Oh, Rabbi, at my age?
Old Bear shuffled to the door. He growled as he walked off into the night.
Good night to you too, Rabbi. Happy Hanukkah.
Bubba Brainia was washing dishes when she heard another knock.
I wonder who that is.
Shalom, Bubba Brainia. All her friends stood at the door wishing her a happy Hanukkah.
Shalom, everybody.
Bubba Brainia said.
How nice to see you. I'm sorry I don't have any more latkes. The rabbi came by. He ate them all.
Bubba Brainia, don't you recognize me? It was the rabbi. The rabbi couldn't have eaten your latkes, everyone said. He's been with us in the synagogue. Bubba Brainia rubbed her forehead.
Something strange is happening, Rabbi. I think there is an imposter going around. He looks like you. He talks like you. He even has your beard.
Just then, the children cried, "Look at the floor! Bear tracks!"
A bear? And I thought it was the rabbi.
Bubba Brainia had to sit down. Soon she began to giggle.
That was a very clever bear, or a very foolish Bubba Brainia. Oh well, let the bear have a happy Hanukkah. I had a happy Hanukkah too, and so will you, dear friends. Bring some potatoes from the cellar. Fetch my grater and bowl. Everybody has to help. You too, Rabbi. If we all work together, we will soon have latkes for everyone.
Deep in the forest, Old Bear slumbered in his den. His stomach was full of potato latkes. The warm woolen scarf was wrapped snugly around his neck. Pleasant dreams, Old Bear, and happy Hanukkah.